Very good afternoon to everybody. I am Sujani from IIMT, and today with us we have a very versatile and a very dynamic person from the corporate world as our guest today. Mr. Nilesh Singh Rajput. Presently, he is working in Swiggy as a talent acquisition specialist, and he has also been working with very renowned companies like Amazon and Manpower, and he has got a very splendid and a beautiful career of more than 10 years working in corporate world. Just let me take the pleasure of welcoming you, sir, to our IIMT open house. And thank you so much for joining in today.
Thank you, pleasure.
Sir, we will first like to understand something like about your native place, the place where you were born, and we'll start with that. Where were you born, and how was your childhood, and a little bit about your family, and all little bit about that.
Sure. So my name is Nilesh Singh Rajput. I born brought up in Bihar. There's a place called Jamalpur. You might be knowing about Jamalpur. There's the place which is known for the Asia's largest railway workshop. And
Okay.
did my schooling till graduation. I was in Bihar. I did my graduation from Bihar then. And talking about the Jamalpur, yes, it is very close to my heart. If you see my email ID, it always consists with Nilesh.Jamalpur. So that's the kind of love and affection I had with my native place. Coming to my professional career, I started with North in 2010 after passing out MBA from Human Resource, and I work with a couple of MNCs. I work with Manpower, I work with Amazon, I work with Innosource, currently working with Swiggy Instaman. I look after the entire talent acquisition across verticals. I manage 5 verticals, high volume hiring, then the internal hiring, then the leadership hiring, along with some cloud kitchen hiring. So I look after multiple roles. I look after the talent acquisition, I look after the payroll compliances, I look after the corporate affairs for Swiggy Instamart, and frankly speaking, I am in a kind of role where I get very less time to get this kind of interaction with colleges. Very less time. Although I wanted to do that, but not getting that time to interact with people. Thanks for the to share my thoughts.
Thank you. Certainly, our pleasure sir, to have you over here. Sir, I would also like to know a little bit about your tender age, like the time when you were in college, as you told. Did you had any aspiration or some ambition, something like that, of becoming like students? As we come across, students have their aspiration of becoming a doctor or engineer, something like that. Did you had some kind of aspiration while you were studying in college?
Yes, yes, I do have. I wanted to be a IAS officer always,
Wow.
but I always wanted to do that, and you will be amazed to know that you'll be surprised to know that till my MBA I was appearing for the IAS examination. I did twice. I cleared prelims once,
Oh,
but
wow.
unfortunately I was not able to clear the final round. That's how I pursued my career with resource management. And if you talk about the the career growth, I got I got everything in my career in short period of time. I've been working with a couple of top MNCs, good exposure, even though I got for international exposure as well. But still, the aspiration is that the pain which is in my heart, that is I couldn't become a IAS officer.
Oh, no problem, sir. You are now today sitting in a very good position, and it seems like you have worked a lot hard. Sir, one more thing we would like to understand, like, did you had any type of mentor, like students do have some type of mentor who, have some type of idol, like we think about them while pursuing something, or they guide us, they suggest us or advise us in which way we should go ahead. So something like that, or somebody from your family, like your father or someone as your mentor.
Yes, I do have two mentors, which is very important in my life. First, no doubt, my dad. He's a different person. He was very disciplined since my childhood. I used to be like in corporate. If you take my name at any of my ex organization and current organization, they'll take you that Nilesh is the name of punctuality. So if I have to catch my flight, I have to report at 2 hours before. I'll reach 3 hours before. And
Sir, your mic got
I'm
yeah,
audible.
yeah. Right now you're audible. Absolutely audible.
Give me a second. Give me. I think some. Now it's audible.
Yeah, yeah. Sir, we can hear you.
So talking about the second mentor which I have, and definitely one of my ex bosses. His name is Amit Duggal. He's been like a safeguard, light savior for me whenever I had issues in my career, when I was stuck somewhere in my future career plans, the planning, execution. He is the one man who for me always. I used to take his advices, and he was kind enough. Being he is one of the CEO of a staffing company. He holds a very senior position, but still I am fortunate that whenever I make call to him, he's always kind enough to come with suggestion, advices, even though I am privileged. If I am frustrated, if I am needing more support, I can visit to his house any given day, any given time. So I am fortunate that I have two mentors in my life, those who are always standing, giving all suggestions to me.
Wow, very nice, very motivating, sir. Sir, sir, you have been through lot many tasks, and right now you're also into so many things. So, do you find it difficult, or do you have any type of obstacles that had withstand while performing different tasks? And then, how have you tackled them? Like, how have you overcome them? So, we would like to know about that.
See, if you perform something, if you take some challenges, definitely you will face some obstacles. But if you follow the process is very much important in life. If you follow the process, do not work for results. Stick on your processes. If your process are 100% accurate, correct, if you are following the process makes you perfect one day, and then you will succeed someday. See, you might, I'm not sure if you might have seen Mahendra Singh Dhoni interviews. He always talks about processes. He became world class captain, and he gave us two, three World Cups to us, two World Cups and one ICC championship. And when I was watching his interview, he said he was started playing cricket from tennis ball. Then he started playing cricket at club level. He used to go for 50 rupees a match. That was not 50 rupees. He used to go to play the cricket, and that he wants to be a perfectionist on that. So he was following a process. So when I started my career, I went to Bombay to enhance my skill. I spent good 1 year. It was very expensive for me, being coming from a middle class family. It was very expensive for me. Even my dad and parents were telling me at that time, Nilesh, you are spending too much for us. That day I told them, I'm following the process only. Let me complete myself before I go for MBA program. So when I went for MBA program, one thing is very much important if you want to succeed in your life. Have a different view. Do not go with the flow. Do not go with the other audience. Generally, what happens in college life and when you are in a teenager, you go with flow. With other friends, your circle, your teammates, your classmates, or peer group, what they say, you just say, okay, I am aligned with that. Have a different thought. Have some logic in that. And then you walk accordingly. Then you will succeed someday.
Sir, your journey has also been a very long one. So, sir, how did you build your path of joining into Swiggy? Like, what were the different various companies that you had been working? And we know a little about it. So we just want to have a brief note on that.
Interesting one. I was expecting that this question will come to me definitely. See, being a middle class family, working, studied in majorly in a government school, I was not very much sound in terms of the communication and the English, especially say, I come from Bihar, so my English was not up to the mark. So I started working on those things. My aspiration that one day I'll work for a company called Amazon. One day I'll work for that. And I started working, I started checking. You won't believe it took me 5 years
Oh,
to crack that champ for Amazon. I
okay.
gave 3 interviews. 5 years, 3 interviews. Third attempt I cleared because Amazon took 8 rounds of interview, communication, then mental tests, all those tests. So it was like a process for me. I started working on me. I was just working on my weakness. See, everybody talk about their strength, but I always work upon my weaknesses. My weakness is what I simply believe people, which is not good at all at this corporate world, but still that's my genuinity. I don't want to lose that. I started working on my processes. I started working on the weaknesses, and Deepti will come to know you. I was a different guy in college. See, what entire college was saying, my view was something different. So I was not going with the flow. If you want to make your presence in the corporate world, country, or in your peer group, in your colleges, have a different view. Not just you become what we call sparky kind of guy, but still you should have a different point of view of thinking the the other side of the coin. Everybody knows other side is either head or tail, but you have to prove it. Why it is tail, why it is head.
Absolutely, absolutely. Very vivid things you told, sir. Actually, these are so very correct and so very true. Very encouraging words also. Sir, according to you, what do you think a company is searching in a candidate when these people, when our students are sitting for campus? So they seldom ask us that how should we prepare ourselves or what are the company actually? Because you're working in a company, you definitely must be knowing what the companies actually want to find out within the students, what they are searching for. Some criteria.
See, like I would say when I go for an interview panel, I look out for a couple of things. See, candidate enter in my cabin, the same moment, the same moment I feel that that guy is selected. So half of the decision I took at that time, the
Okay.
way he carry himself or herself. The second thing is the genuinity during the interview. Don't give vague answers. Don't give the uh, data which is you are not sure, and talk on a logic. See, people tell during the interview that they will this, that, do, they'll adjust with the lesser salaries and all. We know, being a fresher, if we are offering someone 20,000 city like Bangalore, it is not feasible. And still candidate tell you that yes, he is ready, he wants to join this company, that profile. Don't agree every time. You have all the right to agree and disagree. But the most important thing is, for all students, I want to say one thing. See, a HR guy can select you, he can reject you, but third option nobody have told you till now. I am telling you right now. So you have all the rights to go for another interview in a better prepared way. So nobody is stopping you. So there is no place where you dishearten and then this is not the last company. Amazon is the not last company. There are 4,000 odd companies, MNC, which is working in India. You have chance. You have to just work on your weaknesses, strengths, and your communication. If you are able, and communication doesn't mean that you speak very fancy English. You could use good slang, good vocab. Communication means what I wanted to convey to you, it should go through you. You can easily understand what I wanted to portray in that discourse. That is very nothing.
Very correct, sir. Very correct. Sir, the next question going to you is there any significance of the theoretical knowledge you gained during your masters in your current job?
See, if I'll say yes, definitely, I have lot of human resource, but the real life which I'm doing, like see, nobody told me how well volume hiring. I'm responsible for almost 5,000 hiring which is happening across the country every month during festive season. Today also around 500 people are joining across the country in various roles. So nobody told us during the MBA program that how the volume hiring happens. So sometimes you have to use your brain, you have to use your common sense to perform your duty. But definitely, theoretical knowledge will definitely help you to follow that process, making the policies. Because without your theoretical knowledge, you won't be able to make those policies. And it's most important thing. If you're not uh, degree holder guy who know a lot of things about HR, you cannot sign the offer letter. For writing offer letter, you need a theoretical knowledge. So both theoretical and practical knowledge are parallelly important.
Oh, thank you, sir. Sir, very good advice, and definitely our students are going to take it up. Sir, the last question to you is that it's not a question actually. It's like, what are your advices and suggestions to our students, to all of us, in career development? How should these students go forward for a good career development?
See, there was very wonderful saying, Apple was not Apple before Steve Jobs. He made Apple as Apple. You know the meaning of that. Everybody knew that there is an Apple, but Steve Jobs actually made Apple as Apple. First thing. Then you have to be a different from the crowd. It's up to you how you want it to, whether it is your personal skill, whether it is your presentation skill, whether you look decent, you dress well. See, I generally, when I start from my office, I feel like I am the prince of the office. So I dress like that. So I always go for a business suit. I wear tie. I wear all brooches, cufflinks, everything. My shoes should be intact completely. Feel like king. If you are going for something, you feel that you are the best. And if you feel that day, the confidence comes to you. Nobody can beat you. See, I can bet you since my college days, I was getting rejected for a lot of interviews. A lot of campuses came to my colleges. I got rejected for a lot of interviews, but my confidence was remained same. I was not disheartened. One day I told the HCL HR guy, if you'll not take me, some company will be there who's gonna see something in me, and then I want that kick on. One kick is enough for me, and after that nobody can stop me. The day pressure tag will remove on my head, and then I go with a fly, and that's how where I am.
So wonderfully put down everything so much, sir. Very encouraging words. It is really nice. I enjoyed the session. I would also like that the session goes on like this. But thank you so much for joining, and it was a really pleasure to talk with you, sir. Uh, we will also be we will be very lucky enough if you come with us in future also for future sessions with our students also. This is a session that I took. We also want you, if you can interact with the students in the future time, if you have, you can spare your valuable time. Thank you for today, sir. Thank you so much for
Sure, sure.
joining.
Pleasure here. Pleasure here. Same.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a good day.